All right, people, we have a problem. We are too rigid in our thinking. Um, One of my favorite quotes by Wayne Dyer. I love Wayne Dyer so much. If you haven't read his books or listened to any YouTube videos, you are seriously missing out. One of my favorite quotes by him is have a mind that is open to everything and attached to nothing. And I'm 35 years old. I started listening to this at about age 30, 31, and I feel like I'm finally getting it. The more rigid you are in your thinking, the more you think things should be this way, and I should have this, and I should be this, and this is what I should be doing, the more closed off you are to everything that's unfolding right in front of you. I had a moment last week where I was upset with myself and I was mad because I wasn't following this. I renewed my passport 3 years ago and I'm about to go traveling for a couple years and it's going to be expiring at the end of those couple years. So I was telling my boyfriend, like, I'm mad at myself. I should have done a 10-year passport. I only did 5 years. I should have done 10, but I was thinking at the time, like, I'll be married by then. Why would I do 10 years? I'll have to change my name, blah, blah, blah. And he was just laughing at me. He was like, always do the 10-year. It's like $40. And I was upset with myself. I was having a lot of anxiety about going traveling and all these things I had to do. And I ended up leaving the gym early because I just wasn't feeling my workout. And I was driving home and I just had this thought of, okay, I'm going to go do my passport photos, like just to get that part over with. And I drove to a Walmart that I never go to. And when I got there, there was a sign saying it was closed. And I was just kind of standing there thinking that it was 2 o'clock, but it was really 3 because I normally do the workout before. And this woman came running up and she was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm opening in a few minutes. And I was like, oh, no problem. And doesn't she end up being the most interesting woman I have met in a long time? I'm chatting with her because I'm a chatty person, and she's just like, "Oh yeah, passport." I'm like, "I just need a passport photo," and I made a joke like I should have done the 10-year, like stupid me thinking I'd be married, and she's like, "Oh, and you're not married," and I was like, "Oh, I don't even care now if I'm married or not." Like that was a different version of me, and we were just kind of joking. And I told her I'm going to India and she immediately tells me that her husband's from India and she's been there 7 times. And I ended up having one of the most wonderful conversations I have had in a while. I sat down with her and we chatted until the next clients came, which was a good half an hour. I plan on seeing her again. We had so many things in common. And I just thought, like, wow, it wasn't a mistake. It wasn't a mistake that I only did a 5-year passport. I told myself it was a mistake because it cost more money and it was more work, but the universe had different plans. I was meant to meet this woman. She told me so many interesting things about India. I wrote some of them down. I'm excited to meet her again. She told me which temples were safe, where the food was good. She talked to me about the turbans and what they mean and the different religions and which ones were more safe for women to go to and which men I could go talk to if I was in trouble. And I feel like, wow, it wasn't a mistake that I did a 5-year passport. It was exactly what was supposed to happen. So, being rigid in our thinking is deciding something's good or bad. Nothing's good or bad. It just is what it is. So, if I have to go renew my passport, I should just be thinking, oh, I have to go renew my passport. I shouldn't be thinking, oh, I wish I didn't have to do this, and I should have done this, and I should have done that, because I feel like the universe just laughed in my face and was like, haha, actually, we had this plan, and you're supposed to meet this woman, and it's great. And I came home and I meditated, and I feel like I manifested tenants for my condo because I ended up meeting 2 girls who were exactly what I wanted. And I feel like meeting the woman at the passport office just kind of nudged me to be more positive through this process. And I was able to like ignore some emails from people that were just not what I wanted. And I was like, no, I want 2 girls in their mid 20s, late 20s, like younger, who are roommates to rent my condo, who love it the way it is. And I just trusted to wait until I found what I wanted. And I found it. So when we're rigid in our thinking and we decide that something's good or bad, we could be ignoring what's right in front of us, what's meant to be. So stop being rigid, accept what is and go with the flow of life, and you will be manifesting everything you desire. So there's my rant for the day.